The emerging electric brand Polestar has been kicking around in Australia now for a few years, but with only one model, the Polestar 2, it's been hard going. But now the luxury Polestar 3 large SUV has arrived to join it in showrooms, and it's the first of a series of interesting models we're going to see from Polestar. 4 SUV arrives in a few weeks, the 5 GT sedan in 2025 and the 6 sports car in 2026. But for now, it's all about the Polestar 3. At a price beginning over $130,000 before on-road costs, Polestar isn't going to sell a lot of them. But as a statement of intent, it really means a lot. This car has some really interesting features, some of which we like, some of them we're not so keen on. So without further ado, here's 5 things you need to know about the new Polestar 3. Okay, pricing first. Like I've already mentioned, the Polestar 3 starts at over $130,000 before on-road costs, but there's a catch. The first Polestar 3s arriving in Australia are the launch edition, and they get a significant amount of gear that becomes optional in 2025, including a stonking 25-speaker Bauer & Wilkins stereo. So get in early if you want a Polestar 3 with all the fruit. Okay, so let's talk about the styling. What Polestar's done here is intentionally sacrifice a bit of function for some sexy low roof form. They call it a coupe SUV. Now, even on big 22-inch alloy wheels, this thing looks pretty sleek. A BMW iX bread van on wheels? It is not. The downside of that design-led philosophy is when you get inside, because the Polestar 3 is only a 5-seater. Admittedly, it's a really spacious one. But it's not only the shape that's driven the omission of a third row, it's also because this vehicle was co-developed with the Volvo EX90, and the decision was made that it would be the only 7-seater to ensure there was a significant point of difference between the two vehicles. I reckon Volvo's won out on the deal. While we're inside, let's check out the technology. You've got this big infotainment screen on the center of the dash, and that's all pretty normal stuff. But what you're going to find different is the amount of drilling down to perform simple tasks that you have to do in this car. I'm talking about adjusting the steering wheel, the exterior mirrors, and even the glove box. So let's finish off with some drive impressions, because I'm sure you want to know what a 380 kilowatt, 910 newton meter, 2.6 ton electric SUV drives like. And the answer is pretty darn impressively. It's got that typical endearing electric vehicle trait of having great tip-in throttle acceleration, so great for traffic lights, overtaking, that sort of stuff. It does tend to slow down a bit as you get into higher speeds, over 100 kilometres an hour, but we're not a high-speed country in Australia, so that's not such a big deal. Now, the other part of this is you've got a huge 111 kilowatt-hour battery slung between the axles. You've got 50-50 weight distribution and adaptive air suspension on both axles. So what that results in, and you can probably see I'm kind of whisking through some twisting roads here, is pretty confident handling. It is not an intimate or truly connected car, like it's a sports SUV, but it's not a sports car. But it is reassuring, it is confident, and yeah, it is enjoyable. Now, the other side of all this, of course, is consumption, and it does chew a lot of juice. On test, it's been averaging 26 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometres. So yeah, she's a little bit thirsty. That's about 15% above the official claim. I guess the good news about all that is electric vehicles do have the endearing trait of being more economic in urban areas than they do on the open road. So get back in the day-to-day shuffle to work and school and all that sort of stuff, and you should see better figures. All up, I'm enjoying this. So that's our first taste and driving impressions of the new Polestar 3 on Aussie roads. It's a real Swedish sweetie of an SUV, even if it's pretty sizable and hardly svelte. We'll get the Polestar 3 on test properly real soon and deliver you a more concrete verdict. But for now, we can say if this is an indication of what's coming down the line from Polestar, we're excited.